had a question today about ice and how to make ice and how to make an ice road. So the easiest way that I can answer, or I think also how to transfer ice materials from one level to another. Those are two separate questions. I know that Downhill Endurance made by Spencer Johnson has a very cool ice texture in there, and also for snow, Mammoth Valley has a really cool snow in it. If you do go to Mammoth Valley and download the snow, it's actually titled Mud. It's not titled Snow. But anyways, let's go to Spencer Johnson's level. And let me show you the ice in here. And I'm going to put a link to Downhill Endurance. Let's go down here to an area. Let's bring our car down here by pressing F7. J. Control R to reset it. F11. And let's go to the terrain tool. And let's go to ice. Let me paint an area here and show you what's so cool about this ice. F11, J. Look at the way the textures move. It's almost like it's 3D. It looks like you're driving on top of a frozen lake, and then you got the other part below it. That is just so cool. So anyways, if you wanted to, well, I mean, you could just use this level if you wanted to make an ice road level or something with ice road. Just flatten out all that. That's what I do. I make a lot of stuff in here. But anyways, if you wanted to take these textures and move them over to your own personal level, not to be re-uploaded as a level, I would highly recommend that you get permission from Spencer Johnson to use his products in another level. These are the 4 files that you would need, or the 4 textures that you would need. And what I do is, you can see this first one's levels, downhill endurance, art, textures, or I'm sorry, terrains, and ice _C JPEG. This one is that one's in terrains, and this one's in textures. It's called Metal Soft 3 JPEG. This one is, it's the same as that one, Metal Soft 3 JPEG. And the bottom one is also located in the terrains folder, and it's called terrain ice _n.dds. So what I do is I write those down on a piece of paper, those file locations. So you only need three textures here, 1, 2, and these 2 are the same, so it's 3. But also what I do is I take a picture of this little area right here with my cell phone, because you're going to need these numbers: diffuse 1, macro 50, 10, 300, 50, 3, 50, and 50. So let's go to these file locations and get the. And one more thing I want to mention while I'm here about something about the slip, how you make that slippery. You can see right here it says ground model ice, and ice is slippery, but you can go and change that to asphalt and click save. So now ice is no longer slippery. That ice will have the same traction as this grid map, or this grid. As you can see, it's no more ice. So you go back up here and go to ice. Right there. Save. F11. That's how you can change the traction on different materials. So anyways, let's go get these 4 textures and let's put them in another level. We'll put them in Car Jump Arena, because I mean, Car Jump Arena is a snowy mountain. That's what they jump. They go down with those skis and they jump. So we'll make the bottom half of Car Jump Arena this material right here. All right, so let's press Alt Enter. We're going to leave this up because we're going to have to refer to that. We'll put that right about there. So let's go to Downhill Endurance, Levels, Downhill Endurance, Art, and there's terrains and textures. So inside, the first one was, let's go to terrains. And the first one was ice C JPEG. So I already have a folder right here with them in there. So you just drag that into there. So the next one is in textures. And the next one is called MetalSoft 3 right there. So we drag that up there. Remember, this is file texture number 2 and 3. So you just need one. And then the last one is in terrains. And it was called terrain_ice_n. And it was a DDS file, so it's not going to be, these are JPEGs. So it'd be down here somewhere, right there. So we drag that up there. So now we got our 3 files in there. So we're going to put these files, or I keep calling them files, textures, into Car Jump Arena. So let's go ahead and shut this down. We don't need that no more. Let's go to Car Jump Arena. Right there. Levels, Car Jump Arena, art, and terrains. Now I've already done this. So we would just take our 3 materials, highlight them, and drag them over there and drop them, but they're already there because I've already done that. There's terrain ice N, MetalSoft 3, and ice C JPEG right there. All right. Let's go to Car Jump Arena and see how the new texture turns out. All right, so here we are in Car Jump Arena. So what would really be cool is to make this ice, but we can't because that's not a terrain. These are DAE files. As you can see right here, that's a DAE file. And we're going to come down here because usually what you do is you ski down that ramp and you land both of its ice. So we can make this ice. No, not this right here because again, that's a DAE. You can't paint a DAE with a terrain, the terrain texture. This is made in like Blender or something like that. So you can edit these textures, but that's a different video. So what we're interested in is a terrain, which is down there. So let's get rid of that one. And let's get rid of that one. And this is going to be our snow right here. So we're going to have the cars come off of here and come down here, and this is all going to be snow. We're going to turn this into our icy texture. And we're going to have to do something about that little gap right there. So let's bring our texture in from the other level. All right. Terrains. Terrain material library. We're going to create a new material. And this is where we're going to import stuff. We're going to call this, I'm not going to call it ice. I'm going to call it frozen. But its ground model adhesiveness or its traction is going to be ice because we want it to be slippery. So the first one, if you remember correctly, is going to be ice C JPEG. Ice C JPEG right there. We're going to place that there. And the first, well, let's do the textures first. The second one is MetalSoft 3 JPEG. MetalSoft 3 JPEG. This one was the same, MetalSoft 3 JPEG. And normal was terrain_ice ._NDDS. Right there. Now let's go back and do these numbers. So I took a picture of this with my cell phone. So the first one here was 1. This one is 0.50, 10, 300. 0.50, 10, 300. This one was 0.50, 3, and well, it's already 50. 50. And the last one was 0.50. Enter. Add material. And it should be over here, frozen. And there it is right there. So let's shut this down and start painting. So now we have our frozen. Let's just paint all of this. I'm not going to get too crazy because it's not, the purpose of this video is not to make a whole new level. It's just to show you how to get this into another level. Yeah, big bubble right there. We have to flatten that out. And we're going to have to bring this terrain up so the cars don't go underneath there. All right, let's go right here and raise our terrain up a little bit. That's good. Terrain height picker, and we'll click right there. Come over here and click set height. And we'll just put all of this one level and come back to that flattens out right about there. And just fill in all that. Smooth tool, turn this down a little bit. Smoothen that out. And let's smoothen out this transition right here. And the sides. There we go. Let's get rid of a couple of these. I don't know why that bump is there like that. It's like a big giant pimple. All right. Control S. Save. Let that go away. Edit. Rebuild collision. Let that go away. F11. I'll show you how I do this in Car Jump Arena. So I always come over here. Put a vehicle over here. Spawn. There's my vehicle. Let's go back to the top. To right here. Let's pick another vehicle. Let's use something from the Gambler 500 mod. We'll go with the Behemoth, or the Beast. There we are. Let's put our driver in there. Vehicles, license plate mod, Agent Y Universal Dummy mod. Puts a dummy in the seat for you. J. Let's go to here and click Chase. And you don't have to select a vehicle because there's only one vehicle. Now, if you had two vehicles, you would have to come down here and select your chase vehicle. Hit J. And everything's done for you. The vehicle is going to drive itself. So if you're making a video, you can do all your camera work. You don't have to drive the vehicle at all. You don't have to do nothing. This vehicle is really fast. That's pretty cool. If you want, you can come down here. That sand right there, just continue it on. I think we're still on the ice. Are we not on the ice? There we are. Let's bring this up to 100. We can make that ice as well. You can make everything ice if you want. You could just get rid of this whole island right here. Connect those two. Get rid of all that stuff and make all of Car Jump Arena a big frozen tundra. I'm not going to get too involved in this, but you get the idea. If you wanted to connect these two, go to Terrain, up, come over here and pick Terrain Height Picker. Click on that. And this will connect these two to the same height. You could just fill in all this area if you want. material and paint this. This is all ice, frozen ice now. Get smoothing that out. You get the idea. Smoothing that out right there. Oh, smooth that out right there. Okay. We can get rid of that too. Start getting rid of all this stuff. Get rid of the water. And there's another difference in our height. Terrain picker and set height. More ice. Let's get rid of some of this stuff so the cars don't hit it. Object select. Nope, don't click on that. The whole level will disappear. Gotta get a little bit closer so we don't mess up. There we go. There we go. Now, Control S, level saved. Edit, rebuild collision. Wait for that to go away. The reason you want to rebuild collision is sometimes you can have a ghostly image of something might still appear, or your terrain may not work correctly. Stuff like that. Let's go here. Let's use a different car because this thing jumps so far. I don't want it to jump that far. Let's use something a little bit slower. That's good. And let's go to chase. And remember, there's only one vehicle on the level, so it's going to chase that vehicle. That thing jumped pretty far too. That's pretty awesome. So you could add ice all the way down here. You could just keep going with that if you want. Go to object select. Get rid of that. And I think we've already got the, let's see here. I think the terrain picker is already set. So if we just continue, yeah, nope. Set height is already set. So yeah, it is already set. So we could just continue on with our terrain. Keep going with it, and your car would come all the way down here. I mean, if you keep making this ice, our car's underneath there, but don't worry about that. We'll reset that in a minute. All right, let's go to our materials right there. Let's paint this real quick. And smooth that out. Smooth out the edges a little bit. We're going to leave our little chase car right there. Control S. Wait for that to go away. Edit, rebuild collision. F11. Shift R to reset all. J1. Now let's see how far the car will slide this time. See if we can make it all the way to the end. That's awesome. Anyways, thanks for watching my video. Please like and subscribe, and I hope that answered all your questions. If you have any more comments, ideas, or suggestions, just let me know down in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.